It's a question that's been sparking curiosity as the allure of small batch whiskey continues to rise. This unique type of whiskey, unlike its mass-produced counterparts, has been gaining traction and captivating tastes around the globe. Why, you might ask? Small batch whiskey brings to the table an intriguing blend of tradition, craftsmanship, and innovation. It's a liquor that's crafted with meticulous attention to detail, giving it a distinctive flavor profile that's as complex as it is enjoyable. The embodiment of the distiller's passion and dedication, each bottle a testament to their artistry. This is a whiskey that's not just consumed but savored, appreciated, and even revered. Its appeal lies in its uniqueness, its character, and its ability to tell a story in every sip. So buckle up as we dive into the fascinating world of small batch whiskey. Well, let's break it down. Small batch whiskey, as the name suggests, is a type of whiskey that's produced in smaller quantities compared to those mass-produced. However, the term small batch isn't legally defined, which means its interpretation varies from brand to brand. Some distilleries might consider a batch of a few thousand bottles small, while others may limit their batches to just a few hundred. To be considered a small batch, the whiskey typically comes from a select number of barrels mixed together, rather than from large-scale blending operations. This selective process often results in a whiskey with unique and distinct flavors, setting it apart from its mass-produced counterparts. However, because of the lack of legal definition, it's always a good idea to do a little research into a distillery's practices to understand what they mean by small batch. Ambiguity of the term small batch adds to its charm, don't you think? Now, let's delve deeper. Distillation in its simplest form is the separation of alcohol from water using heat, but it's much more than that. It's a balance between the elements, a carefully choreographed routine that requires patience, precision, and a profound understanding of the craft. In the realm of small whiskey, distillation often favors traditional methods. The distiller's hands are not just on the controls, they're in the mash, feeling the heat, the texture, the readiness. These artisans rely on their senses to guide the process, much like a painter with a canvas. This hands-on approach with the selection of grains. Quality reigns supreme here, for these grains are the base of the whiskey. They're milled, mixed with water, and then heated to create a sweet liquid called the mash. Next, yeast is introduced to the mash. Now, yeast isn't just a catalyst for fermentation, it's a flavor whisperer, subtly influencing the whiskey's character. As the yeast feasts on the sugars, it produces alcohol and a range of flavors. The resulting, known as the wash, is then ready for the still. Here, heat is applied, causing the alcohol to evaporate before the water. This vapor is captured, cooled, and condensed back into a liquid, a potent, flavorful spirit. But distillation doesn't stop there. The spirit undergoes a second distillation to further refine and concentrate its flavors. This double distillation, a common practice in small batch whiskey production, is a testament to the pursuit of quality over quantity. Is a raw, high-proof spirit that carries within it the essence of its grain, the whisper of its yeast, and the dedication of its distiller. It's this spirit that will be nurtured, aged, and eventually savored as a fine, small batch whiskey. So you see, distillation isn't just a process. It's a journey, a transformation. It's a distiller's canvas where grains, yeast, and heat come together to create something truly extraordinary. Distillation is indeed an art form, one that gives small batch whiskey its unique character. Imagine a painter without a canvas or a musician without a melody. Just as these are vital to their respective crafts, so too is aging to the art of whiskey making. It's during this stage that the spirit truly evolves, transforming from a raw, fiery liquid into a smooth, complex whiskey. So, what exactly is aging? In essence, it's the process of maturing the spirit in wooden casks over a period of time. And it's not just any wood, but charred oak barrels. This charred interior, a canvas in its own right, interacts with the spirit, imparting color, flavor, and aroma. Now you might be wondering, why does small batch whiskey often age for a longer period? Well, the answer lies in the pursuit of quality over quantity. In small batch production, the focus is on creating a unique, high-quality whiskey, and more time in the barrel allows for a deeper interaction between the spirit and the wood, resulting in a whiskey with greater depth and complexity. Consider this. As the whiskey ages, it draws out flavors from the wood, vanilla, caramel, smoke, but it's not just about adding flavors. The aging process also mellows the harshness of the raw spirit, softening its edges and creating a smoother drink. In small whiskey, this aging process is often guided by the master distiller's intuition and experience rather than a fixed time frame. They'll sample the whiskey periodically, judging its progress by taste and aroma, until it reaches that perfect point of maturity. The result of this careful, patient process? A whiskey that's rich, complex, and full of character. Each sip is a testament to the time and care that's been invested in its creation. It's a journey of flavors and experience to savor. So, there you have it. A process that's as much about patience and intuition as it is about science. It's this intricate dance between spirit and wood, time and temperature, that gives small batch whiskey its unique character. Aging is what gives small batch whiskey its depth and complexity. After the aging process comes the final step. Now let's dive into this significant stage, where the matured spirit finally gets ready to meet the world. This process, often overlooked, is as much a part of the whiskey-making process as distillation and aging. They are the final brush strokes on the masterpiece that is small batch whiskey. For small batch whiskey, the process is more hands-on. The filled barrels are rolled out, and the whiskey is siphoned off. It's then diluted with pure, filtered water to reach the desired proof. The whiskey is filtered once more to remove any remaining barrel char or sediment, ensuring a clean, smooth finish. Then comes the filling. Each bottle is filled, often by hand, ensuring the right amount of whiskey makes its way into every single bottle. This hands-on approach, while time-consuming, allows for the utmost care and attention to detail, ensuring the quality of the whiskey remains uncompromised. And sealed, we move on to the personal touch that sets small batch whiskey apart. The tags are usually handwritten, adding a unique personal touch to each bottle. The tags might contain information like the batch number, the date it was bottled, and the proof. This handwritten touch, while seemingly simple, adds a layer of authenticity and connection, imbuing each bottle with a sense of individuality and charm. You see, tag is a testament to the craft and commitment that goes into the creation of small batch whiskey. It's a badge of honor, a seal of quality that distinguishes small batch whiskey from its mass-produced counterparts. So you pick up a bottle of small batch whiskey, take a moment to appreciate the tag. Consider the hands that filled the bottle, the pen that wrote the details, and the journey that the spirit has been on from the grain to your glass. Each bottle of small batch whiskey tells a story, one that's waiting to be discovered. We embarked on this expedition with a simple question. What is small batch whiskey? We discovered it's a term used to describe whiskey produced in limited quantities, with exceptional care and attention to detail. It's not about mass production, but rather about quality, precision, and the pursuit of a unique flavor profile. Our journey took us to the heart of the process, distillation. This is where the magic happens, where grain, water, yeast come together to form a wondrous liquid we know as whiskey. We learned that the distillation process is both an art and a science, requiring a skilled distiller's expertise to craft the perfect blend of flavors. Then we delved into the importance of aging. Aging. We learned that this is where whiskey matures, develops its character, and acquires its unique flavor. It's a process that can't be and requires patience and time. The aging process in oak barrels imparts the whiskey with its color and essential flavors of vanilla, caramel, and smoke. From there, we move to and labeling, the final steps in the process. It's here that each bottle, small batch whiskey is filled, labeled, and prepared for its journey to your glass. It's a moment of celebration, a culmination of the distiller's labor of love. In essence, of small batch whiskey is an intricate dance of tradition, craftsmanship, and passion. It's about taking the time to do things right, to honor the process, and to create a product that is truly unique. And there you have it, the captivating process of creating small batch whiskey, a labor of love, tradition, and craftsmanship. Cheers to that.